Good evening, friends. Okay, if I look like I got beat up, I did not. There's a laser treatment that I do on my face to get rid of age spots. And I thought I probably should have recorded this before I did this today, but it literally makes me look bruised, and I have. Anyway, and then I really can't really wear makeup after it. So here we are, natural beauty, talking about natural health care. So I want to talk about, we've talked about how to get started, creating goals, how to invite people to meet with you or invite them to use oils or invite them to a class. We've talked about how to do a presentation and some closing tips. And one of the things I love about Doterra is it's an opportunity for residual income. And what that means is that people are ordering regularly, so you always have volume on your team. And the best way to do that is to get them on the loyalty reward program. So I am going to show you some of my tips and tricks for getting people on LRP, and also for getting how to support your consumers after they join Doterra. Because if they're confused and don't know how to use their own oils, it's unlikely that they'll continue to order. So we want to make sure that they feel confident and know how to use what they have. So whenever I sign somebody up, I always tell them, okay, so as soon as you get your oils, I want you to reach out to me and we are going to do a wellness consult. And what that is it's just an opportunity for me to show you how to use everything that you purchased. Just give you some tips and tricks on how to use everything. And anyway, so just some tips and tricks on how to use everything, and how to order again when you're ready. You certainly don't have to order anything right away, but just for me to show you how to use your oils when you're ready again. So that is what I'm going to mute everyone real quick. Mute all. There we go. So that's what we do, is I just go ahead and show everybody, or show them how to use their oils again. So if I don't hear from them, sometimes people are really good and they'll text me and they'll say, yeah, I got my oils today. And I'll be like, oh my gosh, that is so awesome. I love it. If I don't hear from them, I usually wait 2 weeks after they've ordered, and I'll just say, hey, did your oils arrive? Another thing I do is when I sign somebody up, I like to give them a welcome packet. So I like to give them tools that will help them to use their oils and a book. And you can make this as affordable as you need to. You could do the app instead of the book. You could give them a couple of roller bottles. Like, you could do it so it's inexpensive for you, but just giving them tools to use their oils. And so I will usually just ask them something simple like, did your oils arrive? Okay. And then, because what I found is if I ask them too many things, then they don't reply, because I think they're like, this was too much. So I try to keep the text simple, and I'll just say, hey, did your oils arrive? Okay. And if they say yes, I'll be like, oh my goodness, how are you liking them? And then I would love to set up a consult with you. Now, sometimes people still don't reply, and that's okay. You can only do your best, and that's okay. So I usually reach out 2 weeks after they order, and I ask the simple question, did your oils arrive? And then if they say yes, I'll just say, when would be a good time to do your wellness consult? I want to show you some of my favorite tips and tricks. And so I like to get that set up. I usually do it just on the phone. You can do it on Zoom. And my wellness consult has evolved. I used to literally go through a handout with them, and I'm still going to show you the handout. But it got to the point, because I do enroll a lot of people in Doterra, and I was like, it just becomes really grueling to spend an hour on a wellness consult. So I am going to show you some tools that you can use to help keep you on track when you're first getting going with this. So I do like Doterra's, okay. So I'm going to back up a little bit. So when somebody enrolls, I give them a book, I give them a keychain, and I give them 4 samples of an oil, like other little oils to try. So then that way they can fill up the other keychain with the other part of the keychain with their own oils. And then the book shows them how to use the oils. And then I also ship them the Live Guide. So I am going to show you this Live Guide. I used to go through this with everybody, and I do think it's a great guide. So that's why I still like to send it out, because what I found is when I was just doing it by myself, it just got exhausting. So I actually will just send them a copy of this Live Guide. And you can, like, when you're first starting these, you can absolutely go over this with them in person. And you can just say, okay, let's talk again about what your major focuses should be with your health. And then you can even rate how you're doing with everything on this scale and find out, do you want more help reducing toxic load, resting, managing stress, exercising, or eating right? And then you can focus on that through your consults. This guide gives you something to follow. So I make sure that everybody that I enroll gets one of these guides so that they can look through and just see things that will help them with their eating, with their exercising, with their resting and managing stress. It gives them a lot of really great ideas with reducing toxic load. Informed self-care. So what informed self-care is identifying what you need to work on and becoming educated on that and finding solutions. So this is something I like to send them, and you can go over this with them the first little bit. Now, Doterra has added in the wellness kits. So basically, once somebody has a membership with Doterra, they can do those wellness kits. So if somebody says, I want to focus on pain and inflammation, or reducing toxic load and making sure our immune systems are strong, or mind and mood, like I want to work on depression, anxiety, and things like that. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out a way to get comfortable and hold my computer so you can see me. What you can do is then say, hey, Doterra has a really cool program. It's $75 a month, and they will actually send you a little subscription box, and it is designed to help you with either pain, mood, or immune system. So you could help them learn more about the wellness program. So that's the whole point of a wellness consult that I like to set up, is because I go through the Live Guide, I explain the wellness program, and I just show them how to use their oils, and I try to make it easier for them. So the new Live Guides actually have information on the wellness programs. So it's really great. It shows them how to use what they've got in that kit. So during your wellness consult, you can even fill out this form where you fill out your top priorities, your 90-day goals, and then you can write in this little box over here solutions that you have or you need. So this can help you stay super on track and help you figure out exactly how to use your oils. And you can even create a wellness plan morning, afternoon, and evening, so you can really walk through how to use what you've got. And then I always talk to people about the loyalty reward program. So the number one key to getting people on the LRP is to, for one, you're on it, and for two, you believe in it. Because if you're trying to sell somebody on something that you yourself aren't comfortable with, they're going to sense that. And they're going to be like, well, do you do LRP? What do you think about it? And if you're constantly stressed by it, they're going to pick up on that. So you need to be comfortable with the loyalty rewards program. I love it. I've been on it for 10 years, almost 11 years. My 11th anniversary of doing LRP. So I've done it like, I don't math very well, but I've done LRPs like almost like over 120 times, right? I've done a lot of them, and I love my loyalty order. I get so excited when it ships. Now the will call's back open so I can go get it, but I love it. And if I'm more comfortable with it, it's easier to help other people be comfortable. So you need to be comfortable on LRP and not being afraid to ask people to get on it. So what I do when I explain LRP is I'll just say, okay, so when I signed you up, I told you that you always get your discount of 25% no matter when you order. And that is 100% correct. You always get 25% off regardless if you order every month or order once every 6 months or whatever. You always get that discount. But I know today that we talked about some things that you might want to start using. And then if you find yourself using these regularly, you're going to want to get on their loyalty rewards program. So I'm going to just go over that real quick, and you can even just let them look at this sheet while you're talking about it. And I just explain to people, it's like a wellness box that you get, right? And you can still get your oils at 25% off, but when you're ordering them regularly, they're going to give you more perks. So basically every month that you order at least 50 PV, and remember 50 PV is like $50, you are going to get 10% back of what you're spending in the form of free points. 1 point is $1. So it starts to add up. And so if you picture yourself at the bottom of a ladder with 12 rungs, every 3 rungs that you climb up, so basically every quarter of the year, you're moving up how much you get back. So at first you're getting 10% back, and then you climb a rung each month, and then you're going to get 15% back. And then 3 more months, 3 more rungs, you're going to get 20% back. And you can cancel your LRP at any time. The only drawback to canceling is that you'll go back to that bottom level of 10% back. And that's okay. If that's okay with you, it's okay. But one thing I have found that I like to do is, you'll notice right here, it says to maintain your points, you could do a 1 PV order. Now, they don't really have anything that's 1 PV, but they do have several options for 5 PV orders. And you could use that and it'll hold your place. So it's like standing still on your ladder instead of going back to the bottom, or a bookmark. So this is awesome because I find that all of a sudden I have like 350 points right now. That is $350 worth of oils. So it's so awesome because I could use that on Christmas gifts. I can use it on gifts for people to order again, or I could just stock up on really expensive oils. Like I bought a couple of roses. Actually, I think I bought like 3 a few months ago with my points. And it's a really good way to just get really cool stuff for free. So I love it. So again, remember LRP is optional, but it's going to be a really good option for helping you get everything you have on your list at a discounted price, or even bigger discount. So I love the loyalty rewards program. It's so great. So I always go over LRP, and I even try to help people get it set up right then and there. And then I like to hook them in to, if I have a Facebook group, which I do, I have, and I'll show you guys in case you haven't seen it yet. I do have the Healthy Living Essentials Facebook group. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I like to put people in when they first enroll. And having a system is really important. Now, if I do a consult on the phone, I have a recorded video that shows me how to get people ordering. So they can actually figure out how to log in themselves. Because some people, and I'm sure you guys have experienced this, some people just get it. I'll look and I'm like, oh wow, they already set up an LRP. And other people, I'm literally like doing it step by step with them and they can't figure it out. So I found if I just did a video, it was really helpful. So I do a wellness consult. I am having a hard time getting this to pull up. We will try it on here. So I've done a wellness overview. Okay. So I put them into HLE product support. It stands for Healthy Living Essentials Product Support. It is a group with, I think I have like 8,000 people in this group, 8,600. And I have, that there's holiday items that have arrived so people can see the holiday items. I have, people will ask questions. And you'll notice that like people get 1.6 thousand people saw Norma's post yesterday. My husband forgot that I'm doing this and he's yelling for me. So people can ask these questions, ask questions all the time, which is so great. I love it that they're getting things from other people and not just me. So has anyone lost hair after using shampoo? Several people say they love the shampoo. So anyway, I absolutely love this. And then we try to put something on every single day, just a tip for using the oils. So this is a good thing. The other thing that I do is called Oil Camp. And I actually do this the very first of every month. And if you're on my team, you're welcome to invite people to this. Like anything that I have, you guys are more than welcome to invite people to. So I do this the first week of every month, the first full week of every month. And, except, well, I'll show you the old one. There is one for November. And basically it just walks people through how to use their basic oils. So I want everybody to be very educated on their oils. I want them to feel supported on their journey. So I literally I get them in oil camp. I get them in my Facebook group. I do a wellness consult. And then I like to check in with them once a month for the first 3 months. I do offer an incentive for anybody that wants to do LRP. And you can do what's affordable for you. You can use those LRP points you have. I've done keychains. I've done a coconut oil. I've done roller bottles. I've done diffusers. And I'll just shoot a little text out that says anybody that orders this amount will get this gift. So those are some fun things. I don't like to overdo it with checking in with people too much. So I do check in within 2 weeks. If I don't hear back, I'll ask a week later. And then I do check in once a month for the first 3 months. And then after that, periodically I'll reach out, but I kind of feel like and I don't mean to be like, well, I'm so awesome, but I do enroll 20 to 30 people a month. And so it is a lot to text everybody. Anybody who texts me, I will write back. I will absolutely help. But if you're enrolling, if you enroll a little bit less, you can check in with your people monthly. Just see how they're doing. If they have questions, keep them up to date on promotions that are happening. Like I sent a text out, and another thing I do is I actually do email everybody. So anybody enrolled goes onto my email program. You could do Constant Contact, Synduit, MailChimp, whatever. And I will send out emails and say, hey, the holiday items are live. Check this out. And I'll usually send a little video that explains the holiday items. And with the catalog. Last month when they released the wellness kits, I emailed everyone and said, hey, the kits are live here. And then I sent a video explaining it. So I text everybody for the first 3 months. And then after that, I get them on an email list. So I want to make sure that they're not feeling like, hello, I ordered oils and where are you? I'm not getting any help. So I want to make sure that everybody feels super supported while they're on their doTERRA journey. So anyway, those are just my little tips and tricks of what I do when I bring on a new customer. Is getting them connected to other people on a Facebook group is perfect. Getting them into oil camp that's going to show them how to use the basic oils is perfect. So every day there was like how to use oregano oils. And then there's usually a challenge with it. How to use oils for beginners, how to do, I just have little tips, right? And then reaching out. Being confident with LRP is important. So what I want everybody to do this week is practice a wellness consult. So you can even do it with somebody that you've enrolled a long time ago. I'm going to do some more swag this week, and I have some really fun stuff to share. So I want you to do one wellness consult this week. And if it's with somebody you just recently enrolled, that's perfect. If it's someone that you enrolled a while ago, that's okay. If you need to just find somebody to practice on, that's okay too. But I want you to practice a wellness consult. And I'm just going to go over the basics of it again. So you follow that live guide. It will show you exactly what to do. That's how you do a wellness consult. You literally can just follow this brochure right here. And you can just go to this page that says wellness consult. And you can have them write down their goals, and you can show them what to use. And if you're not sure, bring your book and then explain LRP to them. It's that simple. If you have more questions, need more help, reach out. I'm happy to help. But I want you to do one wellness consult this week, and we'll do some free swag, which will be great. So hopefully that gives you guys some insight on how to help somebody once they've enrolled. And good luck with this. It's something that takes practice. So my wellness consults are constantly evolving. Like how I did them now is different than I used to do them. And that's okay. You have to find what works for you with your lifestyle, but making sure people are being reached out to once they get their oils is huge. So anyway, I'm going to wrap up this evening and go eat dinner with my family, but I wanted to thank everybody for being on. I always appreciate you guys spending your evenings with me. And there is one more training and then we're done. So next week, we're going to talk about where to go from here, because we've talked about the basics. And then next week, we'll wrap it up with, okay, so what do I do now? I know how to do a wellness consult. So just talking about habits that you should be incorporating to keep your business successful. So take care and have an incredible day, evening, morning, whenever you're watching this.